Right, welcome back. Well, I have to apologize that we were supposed to be having Honorable Ekwe Eturo to talk about the IDP Bills 2012, but apparently he could not make it, so we had to just play a repeat of what we had early last week. Well, moving on lifestyle, we talk about character, the nobility of character, the character competencies. Initiative is an initiative that builds integrity and creativity in high school youth that position them for success in work, life, higher education, and community. The program was initiated in August 2010 after capacity building training for 115 teachers from 45 high schools. To date, over 900 teachers, school deputy principals, and principals have been trained in character development. And to tell us more about how this works and its essentiality to high school youth is Mr. Stephen Njoroge, Chief Principal, Moi Forces Academy, and Mr. Peter Kingori, Secretary General, Character Competencies Council. A warm welcome to both of you. Right, let's just get down to it and discuss about the nobility of character in high school. Of course, lately we've been having that ticklish issues about the issue about the skirts. So how will your council really come in handy? You remain mealy-mouthed about the skirts and the hula baloo and ballyhoo that was going about with the skirts. What was your response? Why were you silent? One principal.
I think not that we are silent, but one thing that we're trying to do, and we are saying that education without character is useless. Mm-hmm. Our business as teachers is to nurture character in the youth,
yes,
so that they are able to also understand that once they graduate from schools, they come to work with the people. And character, with the skills and without character, you might not be useful to the society. Therefore, we want to, and we are democratizing our schools. Mm-hmm. We want a lot of understanding now between us and the students. Therefore, sometimes they put some demands, and we keep on telling them that they also behave with responsibility. I think we have more experience, and they require to tell them the best for their life. So sometimes not that the students see principals or teachers being high-hearted, and I think that's not the issue, that we want more from them. We want the best from them. But for now, we also want a lot of understanding. Therefore, sometimes when they ask this and that, we have to agree on the best way forward.
Yeah, so what is your take on the skirt issue?
I think that one has been solved well by the minister, and I think.
Yes, but what is your take?
My take is that I think the students and let also appreciate how we guide them. Let them appreciate that there's a lot of there are virtues that the society demand from the students. Mm-hmm. Sometimes let them not demand so much that at least they see us, the teachers are the people with the problem. I think we want the best. We want the best children. Mm-hmm. We want we have the virtues in the society. And I think let children see themselves as part of the society. Mm-hmm. What does the society want from them? I think to me that is... that's my take. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Quite a very salutary initiative here that we are having, and I think who really mooted this idea? Peter, did it come from the young men, or was it maybe a composition of the principals and the students that now formulated this idea? How did it come about?
The idea of character development. The idea of character development in schools, if you consider the current generation, we are facing a lot of crisis in this academic institution. And it was alive during the Global Peace Convention 2010, when the delegates who attended a conference in KICC came up with a Nairobi Declaration. And in Article 3 of Nairobi Declaration, they said there is need to promote character education programs that advocate moral and character competence as an essential complement to intellectual development, because you realize in most academic institutions they are focusing so much on intelligence aspect, but who is talking about character? And character is key in the current in the current 21st century, without character, we can't be able to drive this nation to greater heights. Yeah.
So what need really drove the launch of this? Is it now that we are lacking character in our schools, as you say? Is it that deplorable in our schools that, yes, nobility of character is not being seen, and our children, they need to be brought through a program that can shape their character? Is that what really informed the decision on a principle?
I think in the past, you agree with me, you have seen a lot of problems in the schools. This is the period that the students used to ban even the schools, and so many hooliganism in the school. Therefore, we found it necessary. What can be brought in to mitigate the same? And that's why, through, as Kengori have said, through that conference, that the CCI decided to have some pilot schools, and already started in Nairobi. We have around 6 pilot schools that we ask them to bring up programs, come up with programs in the schools that can allow students to nurture and develop character. We have quite a number of them. In Moi Forces, we are talking of community service that we request, and we prefer students to give service to the community where they come from during when they go home. Like tomorrow we are closing the school. We expect within 1 year that you have done some 10 hours. Within your 4 years course, you have done 40 hours. That will include in your leaving certificate. So that is one way that we want the students to understand the society. When they graduate, they go to the society. Why can they start working now? We have other schools like Buruburu Girls, that girls have come with the virtue of they plant trees, they name those trees with values like honesty. And the girls see as the tree grow, the value in them, the honesty in them grow. We have other schools like our Read of Fatima that have come with the slogan, talk to me, that the boys and girls talk to the teachers. They bring rapport and they bring friendliness. And we have seen a lot of discipline, a lot of good governance in the school that we already started with the already pilot school in the CCI.
But the teachers also have been faulted because of the foot on the neck kind of approach that they use in managing the schools. And now that the students rebel that, when you talk about an initiative like the ladies of Fatima, Talk to Me, we do not have dialogue sometimes, especially when I was in high school. It was when you see the teacher and you're on the wrong, you just take off. You see, there's not that room for initiative. Now, tell me, what is really happening currently with the schools? Are we sitting down and talking? Are we having a dialogue? Or is it still the same foot on the neck kind of approach that you're using, the stick and punishment?
I think we have changed now. The boys will walk to my office. The boys who write me notes.
It's an open door policy.
It's an open policy, and many schools are doing that. I think it's the high time the society also appreciate what the teachers are doing. To me, I also think that the society should change the attitude. That mostly we demand only grades from the students. We demand teachers, principals, teachers to produce students with A. Many students many even parents don't appreciate the character. I think to me, I think it's the high time we deviate only thinking that you can be successful because you got an A. It's the high time we say that let's give them the best, let's create a good environment, let students come up with the grades at their potential. And from there they add with the character. They'll go very far. Successful people has not because they got an A. And I've said this. I want people to check out, to do a research. You produce boys with A up to maybe C plus, up to C. Let them go to the world. Check after 10, 15 years. Who are successful people? It might not be necessarily those who got A, but because of character. You are where you are. You get promotion in your place because of your character. Not necessarily. I have not seen that we promote you by asking whether you had this in your school. It's how you portray it to us. That I'm a man of character. I'm a person who can be relied on. I'm a man that I can contribute to the nation. And I think this is the high time. That's why we are talking of good governance. And I'm happy that the Minister of Education said that we would also be competing on good governance in the school. How do we involve the students to run the
That
school.
is from the management point
From
of
the
view.
management point of view.
That also all the principals and some, especially the principals, they are supposed to go back now to take training courses on managerial skills. Is that part of it now?
I think we are in our conferences. We are talking about the transformation change. We keep on change management. This year, our conference in Mombasa was on change management. That we cannot keep on running the school the way we used many years to do. The society have changed. I hope you are aware now. We no longer have prefects in school. We are having councils, elected council. We have elections. Form fours are the officials of the election.
So you did it away with the prefects?
We have no longer, we are not having prefects
Because
now.
during my time we had the prefects and we had the councillors.
We have now the councils. That
So you had councillors and prefects going together. Now we have only councillors.
We have only the councils now.
All right.
And we give you time to campaign. You tell the students what you want to be. If you are the secretary of the dining hall, if you are the secretary of the library, you are the secretary for sports, what are you expecting to do the students? So they elect you on the basis of... also, they know you. Because mostly we have the chances in Form 3, so the students already have known you Form 1 and Form 2. They will elect you on the basis of the person, whether you're a person with integrity, and so on.
Interesting. Why did you do away with the prefects?
Yeah, it started a few years ago, actually. A few years ago. It is now being implemented anyway. We're encouraging other schools to adopt the same, because the current situation, actually, we are nurturing democratic leaders. Yeah, and that's where the aspect of students electing their own democratically, it gives a room of an open door policy, whereby even now the aspect of hearing the prefect that will be used by the school administration is no longer there, because when they elect themselves, it means this person, you can have dialogue with him. You notice something that is not going well within the school community, you are able to dialogue with this student leader, who in turn can also dialogue with the administration. And we have found it working quite well in those schools which have embraced the idea. Because we are empowering these students to be leaders. They are saying they are the leaders of today and tomorrow. And this is the high time we start now giving them those leadership skills, that they can be good managers in the schools as well as good managers in the community where they have come from.
Now, what is diametrically different now with the councils and the prefects? Because, of course, you're alluding to the fact that sometimes the teachers or the prefects were being used as pawns in the game of chess. They're puppeteered by the school administration. So you want to tell me, with the councils, nothing like that is happening?
You know the prefect, and the history of the prefectship is that they were seen to be part of the administration. Whatever they are talking is there just for the administration. And you have seen a lot of even conflict between the students' body and prefects. Now we are saying that we want students themselves to manage the affairs of their fellow students. And therefore elect the people you like. So the people you like, then, it doesn't mean he represents me. He doesn't represent the office. He represents the interests of the students. So that's the paradigm.
But before also we used to elect these prefects ourselves, isn't it? Even the councillors, like at school we have the prefects and the councillors, and we used to elect them ourselves. So that was democracy for us. Or in these other schools, maybe it was the teachers who were electing
the
prefects.
It was the teachers who are electing prefects. But now the change is that the students themselves are electing the prefects. And also we continue training these students. Once they are elected, we train them so much so that they also know their responsibility. Sometimes they might think that you be liked, because it's not that likable students who might be a good leader. So we have a continuous process of training them, that as you start for the values of the students, and start for the values of the school, and ensure that the student benefit out of your leadership. So don't just be there and then you be bringing things that just make students happy. You might not be a good leader. A good leader is the person who starts for the truth and start that we are here. Because what is our business in school? What is the essence of being in the school? So we want the leaders who will ensure that the students also achieve what brought them in school.
Right. Character Competencies Initiative. a very salutary effort there that is being put forth by the high schools, and we are holding court with the principal of Moi Forces Academy and also the Secretary General of this initiative. We have them, and we have you also hanging on the line to ask questions. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning to you. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. I am a Kenyan citizen, and I'm very, very proud to see Mr. Njoroge talking about the Character and Competence Initiative. It is something worthwhile. It's something we've longed for. I am a teacher, and I know that that is something that will work. I just want to encourage Mr. Njoroge to carry on with the foundation too, with their help, to carry on to most of these schools, because this is what we really want. What we lack is the support from society, and the lack of knowledge from society of what is going on in schools today. We've actually come a long way and realized that we are not headquarters of knowledge as teachers, and we are putting on a lot of effort to be very democratic. In fact, if you walk to very many of the schools, you'll find that there's a lot of democracy. We don't need the prefects. We don't need this monitoring of others. What we are so interested is coming up with a product, because we are a factory that holds the future. Mr. Njoroge, I want to pose a question to you at this juncture and the foundation, because many schools out there, out of Nairobi, are very, very keen more than Nairobi to impress this. What are you doing in your capacity to make sure that this year, since we are also moving towards elections, we are able to impress this very worthy initiative? And I also want to say that this morning in my school, which I'm not going to mention, I'll just say that your angels on TV, because that is exactly what I'm going to start this very morning at 10 o'clock. We are coming up with a committee. That is what we are going to put in our school, a school that people have looked down upon, but a school that is coming up. And thank you, Mr. Njoroge. You are our mentor. My school, actually, I can mention, is Kampunji High School. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the good work.
Don't go away. Don't go away yet. Don't go away, yes, because I think Mr. Njoroge missed your question because we were having some technical hitch in the studio, but it has been rectified. Would you kindly just repeat that question?
My question is,
yes,
that right now, this worthy character competence initiative that is taking place, we are moving towards elections.
Yes.
And we will all agree that there is no need of burying our heads in the sand. Things are not very good. What do we do for schools out there? What can Mr. Njoroge do, and the gentleman seated there who was very worthy and who has all the information, to make sure that schools out there start to embrace this initiative right now, not tomorrow, right now? Because knowing what is going out there, talking to my friends out there,